Time now for the morning rush. The situation for New Mexico hospitals is getting close to crisis mode, with ICUs filling up, a shortage of nurses, and COVID cases climbing. Officials say 50 people are on a waiting list for a bed in the ICU. State officials say unvaccinated people have made up 88% of hospitalizations, and 85% of deaths this past month have also been unvaccinated related.
A murder suspect is on the run this morning after cutting off his ankle monitor. Police are desperately trying to find 19-year-old Trey Bowsby. Now, he was arrested in February, accused of stabbing and killing Jessica Benavides in January. Despite DA requests to keep him behind bars, Judge Richard Brown released him from jail with a GPS monitor.
Despite more changes to the state's health orders because of the rise in the Delta variant, Balloon Fiesta is still on. Balloon Fiesta officials say they have not reduced the number of people to attend, and they're not requiring masks on the field. However, they have moved the launch positions of some special shapes in hopes of spreading the crowd out across an 83-acre field.
Clinical trials for Moderna's COVID vaccine on kids younger than 12 are set to begin, with 60 New Mexican children taking part. UNM is one of 88 sites in the U.S. and Canada to participate. Children will either receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine or then a placebo, and then, after a month, go back for a second shot. Erica.
Here's a look at the school day forecast for you guys heading off to school this morning. Temperatures are in the upper 60s, and it's really mild out, so you won't need the extra layers. And by this afternoon, it's going to be hot, back into the low 90s, with a chance for an isolated storm during the mid to late afternoon.
Well, vaccination rates have increased drastically in our state. About 94,000 shots were administered from July 1st to August 1st. That's when the state's $100 vaccine incentive began. And from August 2nd to yesterday, 99,000 shots were given. That's about 32% more per day in August than in July.
Happening today, a sentencing hearing is scheduled for a former charter school teacher who pled guilty to 2 counts of child porn charges. John Wernley taught Spanish at the Albuquerque School of Excellence back in 2016. Police seized dozens of pornographic images of children under the age of 13. Wernley faces up to 22 years in prison.
Big tech companies are pledging billions of dollars towards cybersecurity after a meeting with President Biden yesterday. Google pledged $10 billion over 5 years to help boost the cybersecurity efforts in the U.S., while Microsoft promised $20 billion over 5 years for the efforts. Erica.
Here's a look at the Metro Threat Index. It's low to moderate today. We will have a chance for a couple of showers and thunderstorms, but nothing too crazy. Temperatures staying hot.
The World Health Organization is now calling into question the benefits of COVID booster shots. The organization is saying the data was, quote, inconclusive. Now, they also question the morality of the booster shots for wealthier nations, while other countries have yet to receive any vaccine doses at all.
This morning, a group of House lawmakers are urging President Biden to ignore his deadline to evacuate Americans from Afghanistan by August 31st. The bipartisan House members say they're worried the deadline is too close, adding that it's important to continue the mission for as long as it takes to get all Americans out.
Well, the state is now trying to track down a key witness for the trial of the man accused of murdering a UNM baseball player. Prosecutors say that they have a witness who was standing next to Darian Bashir when he is accused of opening fire on Jackson Weller outside of a Nob Hill bar in 2019. The woman has not responded to a subpoena. Erica.
Here's a look at the traffic map. Here's a look at the maps, and as you can see, there's some slowdowns on I-40 West, but everywhere else is clear. And here's a look at traffic going east on I-40 near the Big I. A lot of cars out on the roads this morning, so be sure to give yourself extra time.
Finally this morning, 110 feet high Ferris wheel spinning in the heart of Times Square. Customers can ride the Ferris wheel and get a bird's eye view of the crossroads of the world in the Midtown Manhattan. Creators of the ride said their idea was to bring back the joy of childhood. Rides are available from noon to midnight. Tickets range from $15 to $35.
Welcome back. On this day in 2015, a microburst hit at Flora Vista. It caused significant damage in the area because of those strong winds. It downed over 100 very large cottonwood trees, and some of them were even completely uprooted, and just lots of damage to the barns in the area as well. Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, despite more changes to the state's health orders, officials at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta say the event is still on. Balloon Fiesta officials say they have not reduced the number of people in attendance. They are not requiring masks on the field. However, there will be no indoor dining, and they have moved the launch positions of some special shapes in hopes of spreading out that crowd.
At number 4 this morning, clinical trials for Moderna's coronavirus vaccine on kids younger than 12 are set to begin, with 60 New Mexican children taking part. UNM is one of 88 sites in the U.S. and Canada to participate. Children will either receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine or a placebo, and then, after a month, go back for a second shot.
And at number 3, we are going to see more moisture across the state today with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the west and north.
At number 2, a murder suspect is on the run this morning after cutting off his ankle monitor. Police are looking for 19-year-old Trey Bowsby. Police arrested him in February, accused of stabbing and killing Jessica Benavides in the parking lot of the Amberley Suites in January. DA Raul Torres says that they had asked the courts 3 times to keep him locked up until trial, even presenting evidence prior to his arrest that he was trying to leave town. Judge Richard Brown released him from jail instead with a GPS monitor.
Finally, number 1, the situation for New Mexico hospitals getting close to crisis mode with ICUs filling up, a shortage of nurses, and COVID cases climbing. Officials say at last count, 50 people are on a waiting list for a bed in the ICU. COVID is partly to blame, but people seeking care that they had delayed last year is also an issue. State officials say unvaccinated people have made up 88% of hospitalizations and 85% of deaths this past month. Officials say the southeast portion of the state is the biggest concern.